Indonesia, a beautiful and diverse country of 270 million people, welcomed just over 12 million tourists in 2024, and more than half of those tourists went to Bali, a small island of just over 4 million people. But is Bali really that much better than the rest of Indonesia? Today we will find out by visiting Karimunjawa, a tiny island off the north coast of Java. I will be doing this whole Indonesia series with Elena, who I've been talking to on Instagram for almost a year, and I'm going to be helping her on her first time ever backpacking and her first time in Asia. Because it's less touristy, getting to Karimunjawa can be a bit complicated. We flew into Jakarta, took a train to Semarang, then a bus to Jepara, and then finally the ferry to Karimunjawa. We made it.
So we were supposed to take the boat at 9.
Apparently today is the general election in Indonesia for like all of the governors and mayors and all that kind of stuff, and so they only had one boat today, and they told us it already left, but it was still in the port.
And we literally arrived here 5 minutes ago on the boat, and it's already moved. Like, how?
Okay, because they told us the shuttle was supposed to take 3 hours, but we got here in an hour and a half. Just to barely make the last
and
boat.
And the road was flooded, which took like kind of a little bit of time, but like not that much.
It was crazy. But even though it was a long journey, Elena was able to experience every kind of Indonesian public transportation and was even able to experience the crazy Indonesian rains and flooding since we are here during rainy season. There are also 2 different ferry options from Jepara to Karimunjawa, the slow boat, which takes about 5 hours, and the fast boat, which takes about 2 hours, and is obviously a little bit more expensive. So we decided to take the slow boat on the way there, and then the fast boat in 5 days on our way home. Although the slow ferry ride was pretty long, it was extremely beautiful. We got to take a nap, and I even got some es susu coklat, which is Indonesian for iced chocolate milk. So all the other stuff that's getting transported with us. However, when we finally arrived, we found out some bad news. Karimunjawa was designated as a marine national park in 1999, so unfortunately for us, we had to pay a $10 entrance fee just to get on the island. Apparently you have to pay $150,000 per person just to get on the island.
Kinda expensive.
Just to enter the island, not even to do anything. But it's only $10,000 for locals.
So this is my first time in Indonesia and in Asia, and I was like super scared for the food, that it was gonna make me sick. And so far I've been eating street food because of this guy. He's been making me, and it's super good and super cheap. And I've been drinking ice in my drinks once, and I'm only here because I'm craving vegetables. But like, you know, sometimes having a salad or a pizza, because yesterday we also got pizza, is also good.
Elena thought she was going to be all cool and eat local Indonesian food and cheap food with me. She's so excited about local cheap food, and now she just gets pizza and salad every day.
Every day, I've been here for a week.
Yeah, and you've gotten pizza or salad 3 times.
Second time. It's $5, but at home it would still be 17.
I was literally just talking about avocado toast, and here it is.
And I was like, still judging it, and now I'm getting it like right in front of me, and I'm still kind of enjoying it.
This is why I don't travel with newbies. So after Elena finished her avocado toast, we went to go get some local food for me at what's called a warung, which is essentially just a local cafe, and they're really popular on the island of Java. And basically, you serve yourself whatever you want, and then at the end, you pay for whatever you take. And it's one of my favorite ways to eat in Indonesia. So I got some rice, some tempeh, some fried noodles, and a fried egg. Just got this food, total of 20,000 rupiah, just over $1. My egg and some fried corn thing. I actually don't know how to explain this. Tempeh, some noodles, rice. There's some chocolate milk. Beautiful. $1.
That's your second one of the day, right?
Yeah. finally made it to our hostel, where we quickly befriended the owner, one other employee, and the only other guest at the hostel. We decided to go swimming together later that evening for sunset. Terus. Ready to go home? When we first decided to come to Karimunjawa, I was honestly a bit worried that it was going to be expensive, because it is a little more touristy than Java. However, food prices were almost the same still if you eat local food, about $1 or 15,000 rupiah per meal. Western food is also still very common, but will cost you around $5 to $10 per meal. So this morning we got some pecel with lontong, and then we got some bubur ketan. Ketan is like this funny little red rice thing, porridge, and then this with coconut milk. Delicious. On day 2, Elena and I decided to rent a motorbike and explore the island. As we kept driving, we stumbled upon some locals harvesting seaweed, so we decided to stop and ask them what they were doing.
Dari Amerika. Sudah lama di Indonesia? Sudah 2 tahunan. Lumayan. Di mana? Pindah-pindah. Pernah di Semarang, Surabaya, Tangerang, di Jawa. Kalau ini buat apa? Dimakan?
Oh, bukan. Ini nih, dibikin tepung tarakian.
Tepung?
Tepung tarakian.
Jadi ini yang segar,
Yang segar.
yang langsung diambil, terus dikeringkan
Dikeringkan.
sampai jadi putih.
Enggak, itu putih karena ini hujan, musim hujan.
Oh.
Bisa langsung kena panas. Kalau kena panas langsung ya warnanya tetap seperti ini.
Karena hijau jadi, karena hujan jadi putih. So basically they take the seaweed in the ocean, it's normally this green color, and they dry it, and it usually stays this green color, but because the one got rained on, it turned white. Kind of cool. And they use it to make this thing called Karimunjawa flour, which I've never heard of before, but they use it for like cosmetics and sometimes to thicken foods.
Nice thing about this island, and especially like in rainy season, you can find like off the beaten path hidden beaches like Kupang. The only thing is, like, that's reality, is that there's a lot of trash.
Yeah, lots of trash. This little city's so cute. I think they said there's only about 9,000 or 10,000 people on the whole island, which is kind of crazy. We drove around half the island today. We didn't see anything. Found some little friends. So me and Elena decided to stay one more day. We were supposed to leave yesterday, but decided to stay one more day because the island's so nice. Got some mango juice this morning, 15,000. And now we're gonna go check out the beach because we were gonna go yesterday, but it was
raining.
It was raining all day yesterday. So hopefully today is nice. There's a bunch of trash like the other one, but there's literally not a single person here, and this is supposed to be like the more busy beach. A lot of the beaches here, they have people that like stay there to clean up and take care of the beach, so you have to pay to go into them, but this is one of the ones that doesn't have somebody to take care of it, so it's just free. Whoever wants to can come.
We laid out on the beach for a while, but because it was rainy season, there were quite a few mosquitoes, and eventually I couldn't handle it anymore and decided to walk around.
Honestly, this is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to, but it makes me so sad that there's so much trash here. We're on an island 2 to 5 hours away from anybody in any direction, and somehow there's tons of trash here. And so usually what I try to do whenever I go to these places, obviously no single person can fix all of it, but whenever I come to these kinds of places, I usually try to pick up some of the trash, at least. And I think if everyone did that every time they visited a beach, our beaches would be a lot cleaner. And obviously trying to avoid using the kinds of things that end up in the oceans. But if every single person did a little bit more than what they're doing now, the world would be a lot nicer. So this is my little pile of trash that I got. I found a bowl, so just put all the stuff in the trash can. Okay, we just finished at the beach. Got my big pile of trash here. And it's actually really interesting. There's this like really cool old abandoned lodge or something here. We were thinking about going in and trying to look around, but I'm a little bit scared that the stairs might just break if we try to walk on them. But it looks super interesting. Also, most of the other abandoned places that I've been to always have homeless people living there. So that's always like the scariest part actually of abandoned buildings for me, is you try to walk around and look around and then all of a sudden there's like somebody sleeping there. So probably skip that today. So we just arrived at a new beach called Batu Topeng Beach, which is close to Sunset Beach, which is the famous one. It's really pretty. The water is like super, super warm, bathtub level warm. A little bit uncomfortable, but it's nice. And then there's also a bunch of people like riding on banana boats and renting kayaks and stuff. And then there's a bunch of like little pretty tree swings, I guess you could say. They're nice. Hey, buddy.
As we enjoyed our last few hours at the beach before leaving early the next morning, I couldn't help but think about how important it is to travel sustainably. Not only picking up trash at beaches and taking care of nature, but also supporting local businesses instead of huge corporations. And I'm not saying it's not okay to get Western food once in a while, but if we all put in a little more effort to live more sustainably, the world would be a much better place.